But actually, more importantly, we're actually looking at the concept of whether there actually is such a thing as loyalty. When you look at things like loyalty schemes, and we talk about customer loyalty, that's not actually loyalty at all. I call it bribery, because actually what you're trying to do is acquire customers by offering them something. That's no way is that loyalty. And I think marketers have always talked about the ultimate sort of goal of a marketing manager is to move his customer from first purchase, second purchase, up to what they call loyalty, or even bonding. Now, in recent times, brands have had a rough time. And why is that? And why are people now questioning the concept of loyalty? I think it's simply that we've lost trust in brands. Brands made promises that actually they never fulfilled. The financial crisis, I think, was a classic example of organizations that promised customers great returns for their investment. And actually, a lot of these organizations don't exist anymore. So do we trust brands anymore? Do we believe that brands are something that people love? I think today, the world that we live in is clearly indicating that isn't the case. There's a piece of research recently undertaken by Hubbard Media that showed that this is a 350,000 sample of audiences around the world in 23 countries, showed that 32% of that sample do not trust the promises and commitments that brands make anymore. So actually, when we talk about loyalty, I think it's actually more to do with the comfortable feeling of familiarity and inertia, because banks will tell us that our customers stay loyal. Well, in the UK, there's a new law come in that means within 7 days, if you want to switch to a bank, the bank has to do it for you, and they have to achieve it in 7 days. So those so-called loyal customers, what are they doing now? They're switching banks. So it's not to do with loyalty, it's to do with familiarity. The reason we love Coca-Cola, we think we love Coca-Cola, we're just familiar with that brand. We don't love it. I mean, brands are not my family. Brands are just things I buy, right? And people have lives to live. They're not in love with brands. So I think the myth that assumes that consumers and customers are in love with brands is an over-exaggeration. It's a myth that we think we're going to bust today in our talk, because it isn't about love. As I said, it's familiarity. Familiarity leads to favorability, but it doesn't lead to brand love. A brand has to do what it says, no longer say what it does. It has to demonstrate through stories that what it's promising is true. So they've got to have the proof points, they've got to have the evidence to say, we make this claim about our product. Let me prove to you that it's honest. Let me prove to you it's authentic. Let me prove to you it's transparent. And we want people to talk to us. We want social media to be talking on our behalf. I think the other thing I would advise, just on a tactical level, don't use slogans anymore. Cut slogans out. The world's local bank arguably was the world's greatest slogan the HSBC had. They no longer use it. So here's an organization that's recognizing that it's not about slogans anymore. It's about truth, honesty, transparency, and authenticity. Those are the advice I would give to brand owners. And do what it says on the tin. Okay? Be honest and truthful. That's the best advice.